to make history change. Welcome to the dark ages. Welcome to the dark ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the dark ages. I'm Slim, where the past and future rage. Nick blowing smoke signals cross the castle walls. Uncle Patriot teaching knights how to brawl. Big Kahuna got the round table turned up. KD and Jorge got the mead cups. Hard Coast crashed the party with that future tech. Rube Knot got jesters breaking their neck. We ain't leaving till the whole place lit. Medieval times ain't ready for this shit. Welcome to the dark ages. Welcome to the dark ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the dark ages. I'm Slim, where the past and future rage. Past to future, future to past. SJR crew making history last. Time traveling rebels on a medieval high, taking over castles as we pass by. Got these monks up in the monastery twisted. Every scroll they writing got our names listed. Making medieval moments turn psychotic. Crew so sick they thought we were demonic. Taking over kingdoms one by one. Teaching ancient people how to have some fun. History books won't tell it like we do. Dark ages get lit with the SJR crew. Welcome to the dark ages. Welcome to the dark ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the dark ages. I'm Slim, where the past and future rage. Welcome to the dark ages. Welcome to the dark ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the dark ages. I'm Slim, where the past and future rage.
Broadcasting live from somewhere you can't find. SJR crew coming at you raw and unrefined. On the ground.
Every fucking night we move location to location. Cops they searching but they can't catch our operation. Signals bouncing off 10 different buildings in the hood. Mixing frequencies so clean they wish they fucking could. Middle fingers to the mainstream, that shit ain't good. My posse's running cables while I'm watching from the wood. That's the sound when we hit the streets. Underground transmission got your speakers catching heat. Fuck the FCC, we stay off that hip-hop radar. Bet your ass we're going harder, fucking instigator. Got the bass so heavy that the block is fucking shaking. Every single night we're making history in the making.
Stay off that hip-hop radar. Signals moving like a fucking traitor. We stay off that hip-hop radar. Catch us just later.
Clowning on these bitches with our frequency disguise. While they're searching how we're staying low and staying wise. Shout out to the weed that keeps the crew's mind right. Broadcasting bangers through the darkness of the night. Ain't no satellite control. Like a mobile's a revolution through sound manipulation. Encrypted channels, yeah, we're running shit proper. SJR crew, bet your ass we're fucking proper. That's the warning when the vans roll through. Quick disconnect, 20 minutes we move smooth. Underground forever, that's the fucking master plan. Signals bouncing coast to coast across this fucking land.
Stay off that hip-hop radar. Signals moving like a fucking traitor. We stay off that hip-hop radar. Can't catch us now or catch us later.
Insane in the brain, how we dodge detection. Switch frequencies with perfect fucking intersection. My posse's got it down to mathematical precision. While your weak ass station stuck in repetition. That's the sound of revolution. Underground transmissions, our only solution. Hip-hop radar can't track what we transmit. SDR crews, the realest fucking count.
Stay off that hip-hop radar.
Signals moving like a fucking traitor. We stay off that hip-hop radar. Can't catch us now or catch us later.
Time travel about to get medieval.
Welcome to the Dark Ages. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Time slip where the past and future reign.
Pulled up to the tavern in my time machine. Got the whole crew blazed on medieval green. Rasputin in the corner throwing down spells, while jade trees floating higher than church bells. Caitlin got the peasants learning how to twerk. Rose got kings and queens all doing dirty work. Ancient wisdom mixed with modern day insane. SJR crew about to make history change.
Welcome to the Dark Ages. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Time slip where the past and future range.
Nick blowing smoke signals cross the castle walls. Uncle Patriot teaching knights how to brawl. Big Kahuna got the round table turned up. KD and Jorge got the mead cups. Hard Coast crashed the party with that future tech. Rude Knock got jesters breaking their neck. We ain't leaving till the whole place lit. Medieval times ain't ready for this shit.
Welcome to the Dark Ages. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Time slip where the past and future rage.
Past to future, future to past. SJR crew making history last. Time traveling rebels on a medieval high, taking over castles as we pass by. Got these monks up in the monastery twisted. Every scroll they writing got our names listed. Making medieval moments turn psychotic. Crew so sick they thought we were demonic. Taking over kingdoms one by one. Teaching ancient people how to have some fun. History books won't tell it like we do. Dark Ages get lit with the SJR crew.
Welcome to the Dark Ages. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Time slip where the past and future rage. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Time slip where the future rage.
Time travel about to get medieval.
Welcome to the Dark Ages. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Let's ride. Welcome to the Dark Ages. Time slip where the past and future reign.
Pulled up to the tavern in my time machine. Got the whole crew blazed on medieval green. Rasputin in the corner throwing down spells, while jade trees floating higher than church bells. Caitlin got the peasants learning how to twerk. Rose got kings and queens. In my lane,
You acting funny, like it's some kind of game. State it up, sir, in front of my name. I keep my head up, keep getting better. Dope as rap god, I'm going platinum again. You acting funny, like it's some kind of game. State it up, sir, in front of my name. Dominating your domicile, in and out just like a robbery. Call the cops now.
Well, welcome everybody to Let the Record Spin, episode number 3.
Oh, you tiki now? Go ahead, light your torch.
Hip Hop Radar Underground Show.
Lego. Sit back, relax, don't go act a fool. We gon' puff some weed and keep on acting cool. I'm on that chill shit, always keeping it real shit. The vibes going up like the smoke in the room, cause
It's the Hip Hop Radar Underground Show. This the Hip Hop Radar Underground Show.
Yo, SGR crew, welcome back to Hip Hop Radar Underground. I'm Sack Juggalo, and today we got an early edition with the man himself, the one, the only, the Seattle Supersonic, Emanuel Brown, man. Big salute, homie. Good to see you, man. Actually, I know we talk all the time, but we're like sitting here face to face, and I fucking love that shit.
Yeah. It's all good, man. What's up? How you doing?
Well, I woke up breathing this morning, so thank the Lord for that shit, But life, I don't have any complaints, man. How about you?
Same, man. I'm blessed, and that's really it, bro. Like I'm just like that. I ain't the complaining type.
That's something that I've been really trying to cut out of my shit is complaining. Because when we were younger, we complain about every fucking thing, right? But then you live for a while and you figure out how the world works. And then even the stuff that irritates you, you don't even complain about no more. You're just like, it is what it is. Fuck it, right?
Well, growing up, my parents used to say, nobody wants to hear a complainer.
Facts.
Everybody got their own shit anyway, so like nobody want to hear that shit.
Yeah, somebody want to deal with their problems and yours? I don't fucking think so.
Yeah, for sure.
Mom sounds like a very wise woman, by the way.
Yeah, facts. Damn, is this Michael?
Michael Digsby?
Okay, because it just has all the
the apostrophe things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did that so people could find him a lot easier, because Michael Digby is kind of like a normal name, So you probably pull up 50 motherfuckers as Michael Digby. But not with them apostrophes and that shit. My dude is actually a world-renowned fucking chef, dude. Like a celebrity chef, yeah. Like he cooks for very important motherfuckers. Plus he also makes beats. So, yeah, that's a crazy combo, but it fucking works, man. Like
he should be cooking while like he's playing his beats.
He does. In fact, he was just telling me that he was at this thing where he was doing like a demonstration for cooking while he had his music playing. So that's pretty fire. You get both shits at the same time, That's fire, man. So, in case the people don't know you, why don't you give a little rundown of who you are and what you do?
Yeah, for sure. Where to start? Wow. Basically, I'm Emanuel Brown. People call me E Brown for short. Hip hop, R&B artist from Newport News, Virginia. I live in the Seattle area now. I've been here like a decade. But I ain't really been like locked in on the music stuff for like probably the last 25, like the last 7 years, like heavily here. So yeah, we're just building an imprint here and trying to take it worldwide everywhere else,
And Seattle is a great place to get your music career started. I mean, you got a lot of venues you could play. You got a lot of other talented people around you.
Yeah.
What are some of the differences between Seattle and Newport News? Um, and they could be positive on both sides. Like what was better in Newport, what was better in, Seattle type shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, just being honest, like, there's nothing better about Newport News when it comes to music because, like, it's a very small area in comparison to Seattle, like 10 times. Like, so, like, the population where I grew up was like 300,000.
Okay, that's about that.
Like,
Well, it's a little bit smaller than Sacramento. I think we got about a 500,000 here in Sacramento.
see, I mean, but that's like, I mean, that's not to say 300,000 ain't a lot of people. It
No,
is.
right, yeah, but it ain't millions.
Yeah, but Seattle has 3 million people.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a big difference, number one. Number two, there's like there's no what we call back east, like a Chitlin circuit. Like, I don't know if you know what that is, but
Well,
it's
I know what
basically,
chitlins are, but is it like? But I
yeah,
think you're speaking of something different.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. What do you say, Virginia? Newport News, Virginia is a rough place. Yeah, yeah, Jeremy. Let's not talk about that. I'm just, but anyways, yeah, I mean that's where I'm from. But yeah, so like there wasn't really a lot of opportunities to do music. Like I think there was like maybe that I can think of like four venues, and they're all massive,
Oh,
right?
okay,
They're like touring acts. You know what I
okay.
mean? Like some of the biggest artists you've ever seen will play at these places, but a lot of them don't even play like in where I grew up because they just don't stop there. Like they
Mm,
stop in Virginia Beach, which is like across the water from where I grew up,
okay.
and it's like safer over there. It's a bigger, nicer area, so it's like not a lot of opportunities. Like I didn't have any opportunities to go like perform anywhere because there was nothing. There wasn't like no
No bar that you could get in.
venues, no bars, like
Yeah.
none of that. So when I moved out here, it was the complete opposite.
Well, what was some of the like cultural shifts that you had to deal with uh, moving from east to the west?
Passive aggressiveness.
Really?
Everybody is passive aggressive that I've met in Washington State.
Oh
Every
wow.
um, back east, everybody's very like direct, like in a respectful way and a disrespectful way.
Right. If you're kind,
Um,
you're kindly direct, and if you're disrespectful, you're absolutely direct. So that's the thing. Like, if you were going to have, you know, a view, that people look at the society, right? At least I want some honest motherfuckers. I want to know that you don't like me.
yeah,
They've fucking me along for years. That all of a sudden I'm a fucked over. You know what I'm saying? That
yeah, and I've dealt with that here in Seattle. But what you just said, but it's one of those things like that was a big difference. I would also say like I sort of felt like you hear stories about like some of your favorite artists like leave their hometown and get popular somewhere else.
yeah.
And then their hometown shows them love like after the fact. I sort of, and I mean, I haven't got the love from my hometown after the fact. Let me start by saying that. But I think that's so true because like when I left and I came here and I started like figuring out how to do shows and going to like I think there's like over 20 venues here
Wow.
to perform at, like
That's
over
amazing.
in all sizes from like low level, top level, mid level, blah blah blah. And you know, you just learn like, man, it don't really matter where you're from. If people resonate with what you do, then like
Yeah.
you sort of gotta keep, you know, hitting those people and going from there.
Hell yeah. Gregory, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I hope you're having a great weekend. You know who this guy is. You know who that guy is over there. He's a. This backwards shit is always weird.
Yeah, that's right. It is backwards.
Cause I be backwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I would say those are the biggest differences that like there's like an ecosystem here for music. There's
Okay.
like
You were like a
like
kid in a candy store when you moved out there, weren't you?
oh, it was like one of my favorite artists' name is like one of my favorite artists of the last 10 years is J. Cole,
Yeah.
right? J. Cole. He's from Fayetteville, North Carolina, which is a very small area. And he went to college at St. John's University in New York City, right? And when he went to New York City, that's when he started like, hitting on like his music stuff. And he was like, bro, like there's so much opportunity here. That's exactly how I was. Like I was like, okay, like I gotta
Where do I start?
yeah, where do I start? Where do I make it big? And like you'd be surprised like how much people who have it in their backyard don't take advantage of it.
Right.
So it's crazy.
I mean, wherever you're at in the world, you can make yourself something. You know what I'm saying? You can make something of yourself. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
All it takes is dedication and a strong willpower. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all
Yeah.
going to face down times in our life, but it's how you deal with those down times, whether you come out ahead or you just stay down. You know, and I think that the people that no matter where you come from, you could come from the shittiest, poorest part of America or even the world. If you have a dream and you have the willpower and brain strength to do it, you will make it out and you will become successful, as successful as you want. If you come from a place that you didn't have a house and now you have a house, you're successful. You know what I'm saying? You might not be a millionaire, but shit, you fucking won, bro. You got a fucking roof over your house, you know?
You know what's so crazy about you saying that is like when I first started like when I first got here, I had like I basically I mean, in the at that time I thought I was starting over, but I really never started, honestly. When I
Right,
look
right.
back on it now, um, and I get here, all I had was like this mic stand that's like right here to the side of me. It's the same mic stand I bought like a decade ago. Um, we had my MacBook, like this Mac computer.
Is the all in one?
Yeah, the all-in-one, the
Yeah.
iPhone, the big joint. I had like my little inbox mini from Pro Tools, and I used to record myself. Like when me and my wife had an apartment, I just record in this spare bedroom. I turned it into a studio.
Hell yeah.
So I got here, and I was like, okay, what am I about to do? Like, how am I about to like figure this out? I'll never forget this day because we got here on Thanksgiving Day, 2013, right? So that night we went to Best Buy to go buy a TV on Black Friday.
Hell yeah.
And the first person I ever spoke to in this state was my homie Easy. And just so happened we were going to buy the same TV. Just so happened we started talking. I didn't really want to talk to him honestly because I hate Black Friday shopping because people are fucking annoying.
Right.
We started talking. He told me he was a producer. He had his own studio. So then, like, we ended up buying the same TV. And then after that, I went to his studio on Christmas Day, and we started working for months and months and months and years, just cooking up. And I remember he was like, he said to me one day, he was like, "What's one of your goals? Like, what do you want?" I was like, "Bro, I'm just trying to like, I'm trying to get my music out there. I want my shit to be heard." And I remember he said to me, and I never forgot this. He said, well, don't you got like 50 people who've heard your music already? And I was like, yeah. He was like, well, your music's heard.
Mm.
And then that shit like really hit me different. He was like, bro, if you put
Because
50
that goal has already been accomplished. What's your next one?
exactly. And that's like where I really had to like realize like making it is different for everyone. And it means different things for everyone.
Yeah.
And, I think that's where like I started like rooting this gratefulness attitude that I have.
Well, you grow up, you mature, you had a kid, you know what I'm saying? Values change, right? So when you go into, when we're 20 years old, you know what I'm saying? First off, we generally don't fear death. Like we're never going to fucking die. We never think about that, you know? So we kind of take bigger chances, you know? And once you have your wife and your child and your place and you're starting to build things and you have things that you can lose now, and you start looking at the world a bit differently and you're a bit more cautious and how you game plan for the future. Fuck, I forgot where I was going with that. Son of a
Hey, you was
bitch.
cooking. You was cooking too, man.
Shout out to weed, baby.
Yeah, you was cooking.
When it comes down to it, though, you're absolutely right. Everybody's definition of a success. I was just watching this panel, and there was like 8 dudes on there, right, ranging from like fighters to just philosophers, right, and everybody's answer was different on success.
Right.
And one dude was getting fucking heated because he was like talking about all this materialistic shit and talking about how that's his success. And another dude was like, well, if you think materialistic shit is success, then maybe you're not, thinking right, because there are much more greater things out there than just material things. He was saying, I'm not saying you shouldn't have nice things, but you shouldn't be bombastic and like throw it in people's faces, right? You should be your kids. He's like, you got kids? He's like, yes. And he's like, and you're telling me your Bentley is more valuable than your children because you haven't talked about your children one fucking time. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just a list of priorities, and some people don't see them the same way. And it's wild, man, because your family should be second to God, right? Like God, family, community type shit, right? So I don't know. Everybody shit's a little bit different, man. And when you can, look at your life and even like you did, I changed, you know what I'm saying? We changed how we look at the world, and I think it makes the world better because we don't put ourselves first, you know what I'm saying? And when you could do that and be humble and be able to say, it's your time, let me ride back here and just watch for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Life could be great, man. Yep, I could be a laugh riot in chat or voice chat. It doesn't mean I'm funny in any substantive way. I got jokes, but not really bits. I'm funny in quick spurts. That's how I feel in private. That's exactly how I feel, Jeremy. Like I don't think I'm a funny person, but I say funny things, but I'm usually playing off somebody else.
Right.
And it's a lot of improv. Facts.
Yeah, you follow off the punchline.
Facts. Or I usually just turn it disgustingly dirty. Because my mind lives in the gutter. Hey, Greg said, I got off the couch today, baby. Boom, success. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Mike, he said, I just look funny. Come on, man. Come on now, my guy. You got all the hyenas over there, my guy. He's over there in Chicago, got all the ladies.
yeah, but I mean, that was basically the biggest difference for sure. And then I just had to learn. I think for the longest time, one thing that I knew I was lacking in more than anything was the business.
Yeah.
Because, like, as bad as this sounds, like making music is the fun and the easy part.
Yeah.
Anybody can like set up a, laptop, phone, whatever, hit record, rap, make it sound good, pay somebody to make it sound good, but actually like putting yourself out there, like over and over and over and over and over again, and getting like nothing at first.
Yeah.
Then still get nothing the second time, getting a little more the next time, and then a little more and then like that takes a lot of dedication and belief and delusion that a lot of people think they have, but they really don't until it's like time to do it, or they realize that's not something that they want, and that's okay too.
That's okay. Yeah, absolutely. Because life happens, right? And priorities, right? Especially if you got children and a wife, or somebody that you're trying to build a family with, and you're absolutely right. If it's something that you do as a hobby, continue doing it as a hobby on the side. Weekends and shit. And maybe at some point you get one that just pops. You know what I'm saying? And because it could happen. And it has happened in the past. But I think if like you work so hard outside of music, right? Just to take care of your family, and this is not a hobby for you. You know what I'm saying? You work full time at this music shit. You know, and at some point, the right person is going to take notice, right? And you're just going to have to hold. Your whole family's going to have to hold on because it's going to get crazy. It's going to get a wild ride. You're going to be gone a lot. You know what I'm saying? And your kid can't be out of school for 6 months at a time. You know, unless you're rich, you can just hire a tutor and have homeschooling. You know, type shit.
No.
You know, which is always a possibility. I'd rather have school home taught child over a school taught child nowadays. Anyway, if you look at the numbers, you know, like even in this country, we're not ranked in the top 10 of the world. You know what I'm saying, in education. So something's happening, right? Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm so glad that you were able to make it out west, you know, and be able to dig your foot into the music scene out there and build a lot of great relationships, not just with people in music, but people that do booking and do people who run the venues, you know, bars or whatever, you know, you may be playing at. Those are invaluable friendships. Like you can't put monetary value on those friendships because they're priceless. Anytime you can have somebody work with you instead of actively working against you is always a plus.
And you know what was the one thing? There were two things that made all those things possible and happen so easily was one, being on time or being early. Two, being respectful to everybody in the building. Like, I mean, everybody from the person who cleans the toilets to the person who runs my sound to the person who books me to the person who's at the bar, security, whatever. Because they all put in a good word for you.
Well, first off, they're all humans, right?
Exactly.
So why would I be like, oh, dude, clean the toilet, you ain't shit?
Bro, yeah.
That's crazy fucking talk.
I can't even tell you how many times I've done a show or I've been at a show and I've seen artists just like not talk to anyone.
Wild.
Like
Now is that a part of their preparation, or do you think they're just being that douchebag?
maybe a little bit of both.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of both. Some people, it's just like I feel like it's sort of like this with anything, any career field. Like when you really know like how things work, you're just like, whoa, like you're just like, whoa, this is like deeper than I thought it was. And
Yeah.
there's people who don't show up to sound check. I've seen that. I've seen people like just like they just be garbage. Like I
It's funny you say that because I do a lot of interviews and I talk to a lot of people, and I tell every fucking person, show about 10 minutes before we start so we can run through sound check. And motherfuckers are always coming in late. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 minutes to go, or and then I'll have to be like, we got technical difficulties, we'll be on in a minute, type it in the chat type shit. So I see what you're saying about, kind of just show up and I'm doing what I'm doing. Fuck what y'all are doing. Because everybody has a job. The sound engineer has a fucking job. You got to make sure that shit's right before you hit the stage. You know what I'm saying? The lighting guy, he has a fucking job. He's got to make sure that the lighting, that what you queued up is what he's going to be putting out. But if you don't tell him what to queue up, he don't know what to put out. The guy who fucking, whoever, the guy who serves you drinks, you know what I'm saying? You might like your shit 60-40, but he's going to do a 50-50 because you didn't tell him, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Rude Knock, Bad Conduct, big salute, homies. How you doing, man? Good to see y'all.
What's up, Bad Conduct, Rude Knock?
And I've always been the type of person, man, like, and this goes back to when I was a kid. I think my parents taught me this. Just treat people with respect until they don't respect you, you know what I'm saying? And even at that, it's sometimes you got to defend yourself physically. Sometimes you got to defend yourself verbally, But sometimes you also have that that chance to just say, you know what, I fucking love you, man, no matter how you treat me. You know, I had a dude throw a fucking cherry at my truck. I turned around, I was gonna whoop this dude's ass.
Yeah.
I just bought my truck, you know what I'm saying? Spent fucking almost $50,000 on the motherfucker. I don't want people throwing shit at my shit, right?
Of course.
I turn around, I fucking whoa right back at this motherfucker, right? Pull up in the suicide lane, hopped out my shit. And I noticed that this dude he's going through some shit, right? More like I ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? This is the way I perceived him, right? I ain't shit, I'm worth nothing, you know, I'm worthless type of person. I'm never gonna have shit. What does fucking life matter, right? When I read his body like that, when I read his, you know, his aura, I said, "Hey, bro, come here." I said, "Why are you doing this, man?" And he said, "What, man? What? He got, getting tough and shit." I said, "Dude, I can fuck you up right now, but I'm choosing not to. I want to find out what the fucking deal is." Turns out, dude was homeless, didn't have any aspirations or goals. You know what I'm saying? So I took out the last $3 in my pocket. I gave it to him. I said, "Go get some, burrito. There's a Taco Bell right there." I looked him dead in his eyes. I go, "Do you want a fucking hug, bro?" And he just shook his head, yes. I gave him a hug and the dude fell apart. He just started crying, sobbing. Now, I could have fucking just whooped that dude's ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No problem. Malnourished, homeless, you know what I'm saying? I fucked that dude up. I'm not a small guy. But God told me, say, "Hey, look, dude, this dude's going through some shit. Maybe you should talk to him." And I did. So after we did our thing, you know what I'm saying, he went and sat on the concrete. And I drove down the road. And I fucking turn around. I come back. And he sat on the concrete. And you could tell that dude's contemplating life. You know? And I never seen him again. I never fucking talked to him again. But I can only hope that dude took what I said and tried to build on it. You know what I'm saying? Because look, if a bunch of people are kicking you down the street, telling you to fuck off and get out of the way, what else are you supposed to fucking think, dude?
Mm-hmm.
It only take one kind motherfucker to go, "You know what? You're more than that, dude. You're okay. It'll be all right." I was homeless too. I lived on the fucking street. I lived on the concrete. You know what I'm saying? I know that you can turn your shit around. You know, it just takes like we were talking about. It takes a strong willpower, you know, to be able to do that, because suicide is a very difficult thing to deal with. My mom's boyfriend committed, that, and
Wow.
I don't want to say it's a coward's thing, you know what I'm saying? But I could understand because I've had those thoughts myself, you know. I understand at one point you just want to let go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to deal with this shit no more. And the easiest thing to do is just see ya. You know?
I mean, life is extremely hard. Like, it's hard. It's like it's harder than some people are willing to admit. Which is why I think, like, for me, I'm always just like, I'm a firm believer in like, if you really want something, like, you'll figure out like how to make it happen.
Yep.
Like, I'm an avid like pusher, and like, you can do anything you want to do. You can make it happen. Like, there's like no excuses really.
And
even if you're in like the worst of the worst situations, we've seen our favorite people who are, famous celebrities, like, make it happen.
And the crazy thing is, dude, and I really don't want to put this out there in the ether, but I'm going to. It could be for good or bad. You've seen some very evil fucking people on this earth. And they've done incredibly fucking evil things, that you would never think would be possible for a human to do. To other people, to just different things, And you're absolutely right. If you, because that's the whole yin yang thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like you could do anything can be used for good or evil.
Yeah.
And I honestly, in my heart of hearts, bro, I honestly believe the majority of people on this earth are good. And I'm talking everybody on this earth. You know what I'm saying? There's just a few bad apples, dude. I'm probably a few million, you know what I'm saying? Like a few tens of millions, right? But we got 8 billion people on this fucking earth, right? So a small handful of fuck ups or assholes, you know what I'm saying, are going to try and fuck it up for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. That's crazy, but yeah. Again, man, I appreciate everybody for being here and just.
Hell yeah, bro. And it's always a great conversation with my dude E Brown. But now we're let's get out of the life shit, right? Because I love talking about life, but we're here about the music. You know, you guys want to hear a song? I know you guys want to hear a song. I know you guys want to hear a song. In fact, let me get this all popped on my computer. So, you know what I think it is? I think it's my graphics card, because it kept telling me my graphics card isn't supporting the Zoom meeting or some shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you know you can like do live streaming within YouTube?
With what?
Like within YouTube, like you can live stream within YouTube, and like do the share screen thing like you're doing right now.
Really?
Yeah, I just learned that.
I'm gonna have to look into it because the Zoom thing is, well, it's annoying having to fucking. We only got 3 minutes. Oh fuck, we got 4 minutes. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna start a song right now. We'll start a song when this ends and when we get back.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. And that's when Sack met J-Tree. That's crazy. You know J-Tree ain't throwing no motherfucking cherries, bro. He's eating them shits.
I hate cherries except the Rainier cherries.
The ones that come in the little jar.
Nah, the ones that are they're like reddish and whitish. Those are the only cherries I like. I hate every other cherry.
Oh shit. Okay.
I think they're disgusting.
E Brown is anti every cherry except for one.
Yep, facts.
He said,
well,
"I ain't."
two. There's one that I had that was like in this bar or something that was super good.
Yeah.
It was like a super like dark.
Oh, like an actual real fucking cherry. Because
Yeah,
real cherries are like dark, like almost purple.
Yeah, I forget what it was called. Yeah,
It's called E's favorite cherries.
I'm dead. That's I'm dead.
Yo, Rose, come here, get this hug. Come on. I love that stuff right there. Big salute. So good to see you. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. We got Emanuel Brown in the house, man. His link tree is in the description below. Make sure you're tapping in on that. You'll be able to follow all the socials, all the streaming platforms, and, you know, be there for when that drop hits, you know? You got to be there for when that drop hits. Also, my dude is teamed up with Sari Savvy doing a podcast. That link is in there. I forgot the name of the podcast though.
Yeah, no, we appreciate that. It's called Face the Music.
Face the Music, that's right. And then what else? Oh, you're doing also performance prep on your channel live. You're doing writing sessions on your channel live. In fact, I just made up my I made up a whole bunch of thumbnails and sent them over. I was like, start using these, man.
Hey, man, you did, man. I'm grateful. I appreciate you because
Hey,
I was gonna get around to it, but you beat me to it. So
you know what's crazy, bro? Okay, so I sent you all those thumbnails on what, Wednesday? No, Tuesday. It was like Tuesday it was Tuesday. Wednesday, my dude Harkos, you know Harkos,
Yeah.
sent me a link over to a website he had built for Hip Hop Radio Underground.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's
dope.
so wild, bro. And now I can't make a website. I don't have any of that skill. But for him to do that was so fucking nice, man. And it just goes to show you what goes around comes around, right? I did some shit out the kindness of my heart. You didn't even know I was fucking doing it. I just said, boom, here you go. Here's a bunch of shit. He's like, yo, you know, let me see these real quick. And the next thing I know, boom, I got fucking a website. That's fucking amazing.
I love it.
Facts. I love it too. And you know what I love? I love that there's less than 1 minute on this and we get to come back and listen to some music.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, we got it underway. And if you guys missed it last night, E Brown has put up some performances on his channel that you can go check out as well. Live performances. We checked one out last night, so it's been an all E Brown weekend for us here on Hip Hop Radar Underground. In fact, it's the first of its kind on this channel. We've never dedicated a whole weekend to a single artist before. So that's pretty fire. Plus, you know, the homie, right? E Brown. Like, why wouldn't we do this at some point, you know? We've only known each other for what? 4 years? Gotta be around 4 years.
Who was?
Yeah. 3 years, 4 years? It's been a while. Like, I knew King Dow first.
It was Fresh C when he was around.
Fresh, then you, then
Yeah.
King.
Then King, yeah.
That's right. Shout out to Fresh, man. I miss that guy. I seen him drop some shit not too long ago. I'm like, good, he's still doing music. That's fire.
That's dope. Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a good minute.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm just looking at this chat too.
All right. When I get this, I'll get this loaded. Let everybody know in the chat one thing they may not know about you.
Ooh. One thing they may not know about me.
I got a good one. I like to wash my hair last when I'm in the shower because I don't really like water on my.
That's crazy. Okay.
Right.
Wow. I gotta make it a good one too. I don't want to say stuff that I feel like people would know. That's a really good question. Wow. That's a good one.
Do you live in a house with like a yard?
Yeah.
What's your favorite way to mow your yard? Is it back and forth, or is it like a big square, or is it like diagonal?
Another great question. It just depends. It just depends.
So how hot is it outside?
It just depends on the day. I would say, what's one thing people don't know about me? I would say that
You use two fabric softeners when you drying clothes instead of one. No? Okay. I use two. Just for extra softness.
Okay, one thing, I think this is a fun fact that we were talking offline about me drinking tea. I drink hot tea year round,
Even in the summer, huh?
even in the summer. I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside, I need a cup of hot tea.
And what's your favorite top 3 teas?
Like brands or just teas?
Well, I would just say flavors, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, it's literally two.
Okay.
I think I was telling you before, like English breakfast, straight black tea, and chai tea. Those are the two. Like,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can drink those every day.
Now, do you put milk or honey or anything in them?
No, I don't do milk at all. I do sugar in the raw, and sometimes I might do honey.
Okay.
Like those are it.
Hell yeah. So milk anytime, even in summertime. It's a good thing you live in the PNW because it doesn't get too hot up there. But you did live in Virginia and get humid, so I imagine you were drinking it back there too.
Yeah, I was drinking tea but see, like out here in the PNW, there's no like houses and like certain apartments don't come with AC
Oh yeah.
because it doesn't get hot enough.
Right.
But like back east, it gets hot as shit. So it'd be like 115 with the heat index, and it's like inside the house, the the AC be on. It feel like 30 degrees inside.
So tea is a good time.
Yeah, we walk inside, put a jacket on. You know what I mean? When you walk outside, you take it off.
Hell yeah.
That's how we used to do it.
Do you guys have air conditioner in your house?
Oh no, it's too much money.
I was gonna say, how much money are you saving, bro?
Well, I mean, actually, it's not expensive. I'm saying it's expensive to install it.
Oh,
Uh,
I see what you're saying.
oh yeah. Yeah, I don't. It's not bad at all. I think I paid the least I've ever paid on a light bill living in this state.
You're about
For
to shit yourself because I pay about $250 a month during the summer.
crazy.
It's crazy, but I run two air conditioners.
Okay.
Yeah, I live in.
It's hot.
Huh?
It's hot down there.
Yeah, it'll get 115, 110 during the summer. Sometimes, not every summer. Some summers will be mild. It'll be 95 all summer. You know what I'm saying? That's a great summer.
Yeah.
Once it starts breaking 100 and start getting to like 107, 110, it's been up to 115. It just that's too fucking hot.
Yeah. Man, this is crazy. I just put these up like a day ago. People have been watching them already. That's really wild.
Hell yeah. You know why?
Tell me why.
Because people fuck with you, E.
Hey man, I expect nothing but appreciate everything.
That's right. That's right. That's why we fuck with you.
Yeah.
All right,
It's,
we're gonna go back to the old school, man. We're gonna start the people off with some old shit. How you feel about that?
I'm with whatever, man. I'm just glad to be here and just chopping it up. You know what's crazy? I think I did a YouTube live like 3 weeks to like a month ago or something. What's up, Luna, JJ? And I literally went through and watched like a couple of these videos.
Hey.
I'm just like, wow, like, bro, I be so like forward thinking. Like, I never like stop to look at like how far I've come.
Well,
And
yeah,
that was,
because as soon as you're done, you're on to the next project, right?
yeah. So like, it really was like slapping me in the face of like, yo, like I've come so far. Like, it's crazy.
So, are you going to start doing some acting? Did you have you ever thought about it?
Um, you know, it's funny. I don't think I've ever said this to anyone before, like on an interview, period. I don't think so. I actually almost got an acting gig before
Ooh.
COVID. Um, I was working with this studio here where like I wrote a jingle for them and like they like flew me out to Dallas and had me perform the jingle and
Oh,
whatever.
nice.
And then they were working on this project that was supposed to be, I think, with like PBS Kids or something like that, where they were gonna do a show about a rapper and a singer,
Mm.
and they were gonna be like,
You're like, I'm both.
they were gonna be like teaching like math and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
And they were gonna hire me. They were gonna hire me and this other girl was a singer, and I was gonna be the rapper. But like it was about to go into production, and then it, like COVID happened and all that stuff, so then it didn't happen. So I almost had something like that,
Well,
and
that's a great start, man. Because if it's something you're passionate about, do definitely pursue it. Because you see all these, entertainers, well, musicians,
mhm.
uh, turn actor, and sometimes they go back to the music, sometimes they don't. But
you
you know,
know what? One of my dreams actually is to and this is a recent thing, is to like, are you familiar with like Power?
hmm yeah,
So like,
my dude, Duran the Rapper got some placements on that.
I heard his music on there. Um, I want to make something like that about like my life, like
Oh,
about like
okay.
it's surrounded around the music, like a series, and then like I want to call it. I actually want to call it Bad News,
Mm.
right? And I want, and me and the homies were actually talking about it. Me and Mose and a couple other homies were talking about like every episode title could be one of my songs.
Ooh.
Explain like how that song came about, how we got to this place, blah 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 blah. Intertwined with other storylines. So that's like something I would love to like have happen in the future, when time permits, when we can get the right funding and budgeting and stuff like that. It's funny because like a lot of the right people I'm starting to meet and are falling into place where I could probably make these things happen.
Yeah.
It's just not within my budget right now.
That's okay. Great things take time to produce, right? So, you're still very young man, you know, and you still have a lot more to your story to write.
Yeah,
Um, so maybe now is not the right time for that. You
for
know,
sure,
I
for
mean,
sure.
you could do it, you know, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, and
Yeah,
it could be a very huge success. I would absolutely tune in too, Mike. That does sound dope as fuck.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you, buddy.
Especially if someone's a fan of your work, right? Then they
Mhm.
get to tune in and live your work with you. I mean, that's pretty fire.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it'd be cool because, like, I mean, even this song "Killers" that you have up right now, the whole like it's just like even just like the stories I'm saying in it, like when I talk about in the verse, man, Rashad lost his chest from a sawed off. Like I know, like that's literally talking about a guy I know named Rashad.
Yeah,
Like I went to high school with.
got bugged. Yeah.
I mean, literally, I was supposed to fight him. Like we were like going to fight the day he died.
Wow.
Like so, it's
Wow.
it's just it's just wild. Like when you like sort of like in it's just a lot of layers to a lot of things.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, it just goes to show that you write about life experience. You
Yeah,
know, you you're sharing your story with the entire world. Whether they
yeah,
choose to listen or not, you're still sharing. So,
yeah.
from me as a fan and as you know, a consumer, I thank you for that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And this is a beautiful Seattle skyline that doesn't even exist anymore. Like some of these places in Seattle down there underneath my name like aren't even there anymore. They like ripped them out and made it look something completely different.
Really,
Yeah. Yeah. But it's still nice. But yeah.
you
This is
know, it's still nice.
it's still crazy to see this was I released this 6 years ago. It's wild.
That is crazy though. Yo, we got my dude E Brown in the building, man. Show some love for him. Make sure you tap that link tree in the description below. We gonna hop into this one right here. It's called Killers. Let's go.
That's crazy.
That's my dude E Brown, Killers.
That's crazy to watch back.
We put them old
Just
school vibes on you, right?
yeah, it's just so much so much was like thought about in that video that sometimes I think like a lot of people don't even like catch, which is like why I gladly share. That's what I'm supposed to do anyways. But that whole song is like about like just a lot of like the street culture I used to see growing up and people being like man, like I see all the wrong ways of people becoming successful. Why do I need to go to school? Type of deal, right? Why do I need to do this? Like I can just be in the streets. And then when we were making the video, I was like, you know what? Like let's show like both sides of it. Let's show like the street culture side, and let's show like the corporate side, because people get stuck in corporate work that they hate every day, and they won't leave it because of pressures of whatever, stress, whatever. And
Well, I think what that part is the fear of the unknown, right?
mhm.
Because let's say you have a nice corporate gig, right, and you're making some good money. Am I going to throw this all away and try and find something else that I do like, and I may never find it?
Mhm.
I got people that count on me,
Yep.
you know, and it becomes tough, dude. Like that dude portrayed in that video where he's beating himself to death to try and further his career, you
Mhm.
know, and that is tough shit
Mhm.
because you're really not battling anybody but yourself at that point. At least on the streets, you can fucking win one on occasion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be
Mhm.
able to come out of some shit okay. But when you're trapped inside your own mind, dude, you may never get out of there, dude. And that's fucking scary.
Yeah, and I just think like subject matters like that and just telling stories like that, I've always felt like are so important because I feel like there's not enough of them. I feel like um, everybody's battling through something, but then I also like try to make music where people come out on the other side too. You know,
Yeah.
it's not. You know, it's not all a horror story, but
Right.
you know,
But those horror stories do need to be told so we can value the good times. Just like if it was always sunshiny out, we get bored of the sun, you know. If, but with the rain, we get to, value the sun, go out and do things with your kid at the park, and uh, go to a baseball game or whatever it may be, that you find to be a good activity outside. A lot of the stuff you can't do while it's raining, so you just wait until the sun comes out and then you value that shit.
for sure. No, I appreciate that, Michael. And bad conduct at 7 a.m. on a Monday. You must be somewhere in the future.
He's in New Zealand.
Okay, that makes sense. You know what's crazy? I just had an artist from New Zealand reach out to me to do some music.
Hey,
What if I fall, but what if we fly? Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
that's a great attitude to have.
That's the only attitude to have in my mind.
Because you
Because
got to be fearful of what may come, but you also have to be hopeful of what could be. You know, like if we go through life not having any aspirations, hopes, or dreams, then what are you supposed to do? Just get to the end of life and then die? I mean,
yeah.
what's the point, right?
One thing, like even just you playing the Killer song and just like thinking that I put that out in 2018. You know what I'm saying? Like I put out that album in 2018, and one thing that has remained the same throughout all my music, throughout everything, is that at the end
Oh
of the
yeah,
day,
Bad Conduct is also an artist. So if
okay,
you could have another New Zealander right there on the track.
Let me see. Yeah, I'll check you out. We could talk, but it's just like it's the same thing has been just go make it happen. Anything can happen if you work for it, if you believe in it, if you do the work, and like being true to myself may take longer
Hmm.
for me to get the eyes I think I deserve or whatever, but it's really rewarding doing it the way with integrity,
Hmm.
not, stepping on anybody to get to where you want to get to. It just feels so much better.
Yeah.
It takes way longer, but it feels so much better
And
when
and and the crazy thing about it is you can achieve anything you want on your own,
Mhm.
but to be surrounded by people who actually believe in you is going to make it that much easier to succeed.
Yeah,
You know. Um,
exactly, exactly. But man, that's crazy. You pulled up Killers though. That's wild. I keep forgetting that's one of your favorites. Like
yeah,
live.
it's one because the storytelling in it is remarkable, dude. That I'm a lyrics dude. You know this, man, and that song has some very powerful lyricism in
I
it,
pull it
dude.
out. I pull it out every once in a while. Even on my show, I got a show this
Hey,
month.
you should never pull it out on your show. YouTube will ban you for that shit.
I, yeah, but I'm gonna perform it on the 25th of this month when I open up for Talib Kweli, the Killer song, because I just
Mm.
feel like it just sort of fits like his type of vibe and stuff like that.
Yo, y'all funny, man. Y'all crazy in the chat, man. I love y'all motherfuckers for real, man. I love the fact that you guys have as much love for independent music as I do. It really does, dude. Because seriously, like, look, I could go around this whole trailer park that I live in, and I might be able to find one motherfucker, two motherfuckers tops to share music with, and they'd actually be fucking interested. You know, and to be able to sit down in my own place that I live and be able to share and receive great music from all over the world with you people, it's fucking amazing, dude. It really is something that my dreams are made out of. I always wanted to be a DJ, and now I kind of get to do it, but in my own way with a
Hey,
big old fat
give
joint.
me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And I hope everybody's having a great weekend, man. We got into some great conversation already, man. I love talking to this dude right here, man. It's crazy too because Emmanuel Brown, he'll just hit me up out of the blue every once in a while, man, on my phone, and we'll just have a conversation. What do you think we should smoke? Do you think we should smoke Butter OG? Is it going to be the Butter OG, or is it going to be the Jelly Runts?
Jelly Run.
Jelly Runts, okay. I do like this Butter OG too. This fucking nice. It tastes so good. All right, you guys want to see that? You guys need to see some of this. Some of that fat boy right there, boy. What? Smells pretty good. I do enjoy it. Jelly Ones. Independent music is the best. Is the best mainstream music in a chokehold right now. I know, cause I'm an old dude. I come from the old school, and mainstream hip hop used to be what the underground is now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad that okay. Okay, fire. He's got a show tonight too. That's dope. And I know he be recording his shit. I told him last night I got to see one of his performances too. So let me ask you this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying hi to Monk. I seen him.
Oh, monk in my house. Monks in my house. Monks in my house. That'd be crazy because he's in Australia. Although that might mean that I live in Australia. But right. I don't live in Australia.
Right. I don't either.
Let me ask you this, E. Because I don't think I've ever asked you this question because I've just kind of been recently asking this question. And if I have, just let me know. Let's say something does blow up and you make it big, right? Mm-hmm. Your kids got money, right?
It's blown. Okay, never mind. You're telling me. You're giving it to me. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm creating a scenario.
Okay, gotcha.
So your family is going to be well off for generations. Where are your top 3 houses?
Man, I think we have had this conversation before.
Did I ask you?
No, it's fine. So here, where I'm at, I would want to buy one in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. So the funny thing is, like, I actually never thought I would live on the West Coast.
You're gonna be out there with what's his name? Medea, what's his name?
No, Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. That dude's a goat, man. I heard on his property he got a fake White House on there.
Yeah.
That's so fire.
But I would do Atlanta, here where I'm at, Washington State. I probably want 2 on each coast. One in LA and then one in Virginia. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want LA.
Actually,
no, you might want LA. I don't want LA.
I don't think I would want it like right in LA.
Yeah, like in the city, but outside the city. Yeah. Like Beverly Hills or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bad Conduct. He actually, Kahu, he just reached out to me one day, just like on Instagram.
That's fire.
New Zealand. He actually did what I do. Like, he seen that we had the same fans also like on Spotify, and then he just reached out to me. He was just like, "Yo, like, I listened to your On Notice project you just put out. Like, it's dope. Like, would love to try to cook up." And I was like, "Yo, let's have a convo." So we've been having convos, and we're gonna figure something out.
That's what's up.
How that happened.
Shout out to the fucking internet, bro. Like, this shit would never be possible without like major players. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You talk about like something back in like the 60s, 70s. The only way you're getting a collaboration with somebody is if Sony signed both of you motherfuckers for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, independent music it's my favorite. It's absolutely my favorite. even the worst stuff that's not mixed is still my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the reason I say that is because it's authentic music. It's real music. It's what you have in your heart that you need to put out. Now, it might be a flex track. It might be something more meaningful like Killers. But it's what you had in your heart to put out. And that's the valuable part to me. You know, it ain't no corporate bullshit. Oh, well, the kids are listening to like, so you got to make 15 songs like this. I'm like, no, bitch, that's not my shit. And even if it was, I wouldn't make 15 of the same fucking song. You know what I'm saying?
I just make what I like to hear, what
Yeah.
I feel, what I feel is like true to me, and I mean, that's it. I just try to stay consistent, and I feel like I've been pretty consistent in the last 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'd say you have been, as long as I've known you. You've always come over here and showed love, not just to me, but people in the chat, other artists. You know, so I mean, I thank you for all the time that you spend over here and hanging out with us. Because I
well,
know you busy as fuck. We all busy, but you got a full family, you got work, and you got music. So I know you a little extra busy.
and yeah, I'm just gonna say what I say all the time, like everybody busy. But I mean, I appreciate you either way, and I just appreciate that people give me the opportunity to be heard. You know,
Oh
like
yeah.
you helped me a lot with this YouTube journey, and just bringing me into the SJR crew and giving me a lot of love. So I'm always grateful for that. And a lot of people who are still around are around because of you.
Hey
You know,
man, I don't think it's me particularly, which it's very nice for you to say. And I do love hanging out with these people. Like I love being able to create these relationships with everybody. But it's the music, man. It really is the music because that's what we come to. That's why we come here. This is why we bond. You know, and the music is just the catalyst, I should say, to this whole community. And I ain't talking about just Hip Hop Radar Underground. I'm talking about all the channels that do this, right? So everybody out there pushing independent music, underground music, solely on their channels, trying to make people like yourself shine and be able to, make a living off of your music instead of having to go make money for someone else. You know, that that's what's important to me.
yeah,
That's what's important to me.
yeah, and I mean it's super grateful, gratefully appreciated, and you know, all I can do to like pay that back is just to keep doing what I do. You know what I mean? Keep being the man I am. Keep putting out music. Keep standing on the same morals that I've always had. That got us to this point. Both of us. Like it's just it's sort of crazy because like that's sort of like the whole point of that project I released in January, called On Notice, is because like we're literally talking about like yo like we're here, like, and like you have to like know that like this is just the beginning type of thing. Yeah, and it's crazy. I just got the documentary back this morning.
Oh, nice.
I love it. It looks,
It's finished now.
yeah, it's fire.
Ooh wee.
Fire. It's crazy. I'm gonna put it in my community that I've been building later on tonight
Hell
for
yeah.
people to watch, and then I'll probably put it on YouTube in like a week or so.
Okay.
But yeah, it's yeah,
How long did it turn out to be?
20 minutes.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah. I mean, he got 12 hours of footage.
Oh, he got 12 hours footage. Facts.
Well, I mean, like we shot the footage, he shot the footage. Like we had footage. We have been getting footage of this entire creation of the process from day one. From like I have footage of like me listening to the beats, like
Nice.
before I even chose the beats. You can
Before you even wrote the songs.
Yeah, you can just see me and Kodo just sitting in the studio and he's just playing beats, and I'm like, nope, 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 nope. And then like I actually should share that footage. But yeah, so like and that was last June when we started that. And we
Wow.
got footage all the way up till after the show. that you just watched last
That's
night.
pretty fast. I'm gonna be honest. That's a very quick turnaround. That's efficient, bro. That's efficient. You talking about what? 6 months?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's fucking. So 6 months, you got a full documentary, album release, and shows. That's fucking quick.
I try to work very strategically. Say Nave, the guy that you seen on the video yesterday with the dreads,
Yeah.
he was saying to me, I actually hit him up too. I haven't heard back from him yet, but when I do, I'll let you know. But he said to me, he said, bro, like most people, if they don't know you, like, and they see the way you are posting around this entire project, they would think like you have a team behind you.
Right.
And I'm like, but I don't. It's just me. And they're like, that's what's so crazy about it.
Exactly.
He was like, you just keep doing it. Like you just keep like, and I mean, but I try to plan like 6 months in advance.
Do you feel at any point that you just kind of run on autopilot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like honestly, like I have a song that's coming out. Well, I just put a song out with Mosaic like 2 weeks ago, and then I have another one coming out next month, and then I have one coming out in July. The one in July we finished in January,
Oh
and
wow.
we've been putting content around it since January.
See, that's smart as fuck, bro.
So like, I try to keep. I learned the best way for me to not feel like I'm gonna fall flat on my face is the plan way before. So then
Yeah.
I have time to sort of relax when I'm working on the next thing. You
Yeah,
know what I
because you
mean?
don't feel pressure to get it out.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I just feel like I have this saying, like, once you learn how to do something, like, it just becomes easier. What's up,
J
J Tree?
Tree, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. No, that's exactly that's exactly. I would say in entertainment, the way you're doing it, and it doesn't matter what it is, right? It could be stand-up comedy, it could be movies, television, whatever it is. Whatever you're working on now won't be out, until later. But you have stuff out that's coming out now that was done before, so you don't have to, you know,
Yep.
hurry up, I gotta get this done, type
Mm-hmm.
shit. Because
Mm-hmm.
look, life has a stopwatch. Whether we want to think about time or not, yeah, sure, it's a man-made construct. But even if we had no concept of time, we would get old and die. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fact. So even if you don't have a timeline in which you want to get things done, you still have a timeline. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Because I thought I was going crazy there for a second.
Nah, no, yeah, it's all good.
Yo, you guys want to hear another song before we wrap this up? I know you do. I know you. We're gonna do one off the new project too now.
Mm. What's your favorite one off the new project? I'm curious.
Mm, that Keep It Solid was fire.
Yeah.
I also like the On Notice, that's the title track too. I don't think I heard the Go yet.
Yeah, that's just a single that I put out last.
Oh, it's not okay.
Yeah, that's something different. Um,
That 105
they-
was nice too, though. I love the fact that you're putting visualizers out there too.
yeah, I mean it's easier honestly than like getting a full production going sometimes. So we just put it out.
Yeah, you just set up a tripod in the corner and do your thing and let it record and start editing the video later. That's fire.
Yeah, I realize how efficient that is and how much I like doing it. So that's like probably going to be the move moving forward.
Hell yeah, because it gives somebody to, one thing to have a static picture there, maybe shake every once in a while, but it's another thing to have motion in the background. We get to see your face. The lyrics are up there. You're doing your salute, my guy, for real. It's fire. So you want to listen to Keep It Solid?
Yeah, if that's what you want to play, go for it.
This is what we're going to play. I like this video, too. So we got my dude, E. Brown, in the house, man. Show some love. Hit the link in the description on that link tree. Be able to follow all the socials, all the streaming platforms. This one right here called Keep It Solid. Let's go.
Niggas acting like they never got no options. Maybe so, but for me we keep it solid. Set the groove, always on the move, like then that's the truth. Fuck is you, flow is absolute, vibe we set it too. All these fakes acting like we fucking homies. Bitches, roaches, always trying to keep them from me. But my green, need that cabbage please. Gotta feed my seed, bet on me, that's a guarantee. This the rap for me, put them on notice. Smoking that potent, fuck they talking about. Bitch, I been on it, been making these hits. Know that you want one. Getting deep in the game, found my lane, not doing the trends. That's where it begins. I'm finally in. Now they try to stop me, nah, nigga, never again. Better blow out the wind, just know that I'm gunning. Bitch, I'm no allows, bone by, go crush 200. Swear they be bugging, switching they sides. Get a glimpse of fame, then they forget that you was alive. Put your ego aside, keep it honest. Never fake it to go, make it, I solemnly promise. Being true to me, that always come easy. Look at you, go show roots misleading. Always teasing, wanting to flex. Same niggas be living that they mama address. Niggas acting like they never got no options. Maybe so, but for me we keep it solid. Set the groove, always on the move, like then that's the truth. Fuck is you, flow is absolute, vibe we set it too. All these fakes acting like we fucking homies. Bitches, roaches, always trying to keep them from me. But my green, need that cabbage please. Gotta feed my seed, bet on me, that's a guarantee. This the rap for me, lame nigga peep this. I be on some weed shit, rolling with the team, man. Fans, we be greeting, pledging my allegiance. Never let a leech win. Kodo do a drip check, I sleep, I'm seasick. Whatever I feast in, beats I abolish. Show 'em what a boss is. Say that you the guy, go and tell 'em about some taxes. Fact is, y'all acting fake niggas.
I didn't even see the damn meeting went down. Son of a bitch. I'm bad at this. I am terrible at this. Alright, let's get it back up. Let's get it back up, yeah. We'll wait for E to get back in here so we can... I was in the middle of rolling this joint. You guys got anything planned for the rest of the day? I know it's the weekend. It's the last day. You got any like dinner plans? Any anything special? Digby said he just got done cooking. What'd you cook, Mike?
Come to New Zealand, look me up. We'll feed you. I don't know if he's talking to me or somebody else.
Oh, he's talking to you.
Oh, word, for sure.
Yeah, oh, he's talking to you. Yeah, these motherfuckers out there, man, they so nice, bro. They're like, yeah, I got a fucking room for you. You can come over and hang out, bro. Like, they're so fucking open, man. They're so great people, man.
That's dope, man.
That's how you do it right there. See, Mike be working like my dude E right here, working now for the future be easy. You know what I'm saying? You get all prep done now, your ass be that much further along.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fuck yeah. Timothy, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Big salute. Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well out there. I know he said tornadoes a couple weeks ago was going crazy in Mississippi, man. I'm glad to see you in the chat, my guy.
It's easy to be kind, way more effort to be an ass. That's true.
That's true.
Facts.
All right. I didn't want to finish the song without you.
Oh, it would have been cool if you did. Like, I mean, you know, but I appreciate it either way.
Yes, sir. And you got the homie Kato over there, man, chilling on the couch, hanging out with you. Let's finish this bad boy up.
Fact is y'all acting fake niggas plastic. Put them in the trash can. Funny boy, what you about to do? Pay for it, but you losing all the views. The mood is wild, sticking to my style. 10 toes down, still working with the tribe. Rapping for the culture, not feeding vultures. Showing my composure, remember that I told you. See me here, then I'm gone, let us my approach. Rather be a ghost, but with rhymes it ain't close, nigga.
That's right. I can't say the last word, homie. But that's the thing about E, man. He don't drop the M-bomb too much, and he don't curse a whole lot in his music. Another
really
thing I
don't,
like about your
unless it's
shit.
a point of like emphasis.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked up on that because that really is the point for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've always been a cussing person, right? Like I love to cuss. I think you make your point a little bit more. I don't want to say like authoritarian, but you're more authoritarian.
Authoritative.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was. You're more authoritative, and you're more to the point on what you're meaning, and people kind of pick it up like, "Oh, this motherfucker's serious."
Yeah.
Like he ain't just. Do you ever see that movie Paul? With the alien. It's a alien that was on Earth.
Yes.
Yeah. That
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
I forgot where I was going with that. Oh well, that movie was funny.
Yeah.
Oh no. The lady, Krista Wiig, when they picked her up, she's like that God person, right? She's real Christian. And then she met Paul, right? She's like, what am I supposed to believe now, you know? So she starts cussing, and she used a cuss word. She says something about, she goes, titty farting. I'm like, what the fuck is a titty fart? Dude, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I thought titty fart was hilarious. And whatever we were talking about just a minute ago reminded me of the titty fart.
Yeah, that's wild. That a little wild. But okay.
Facts. You gotta be say it with your chest type shit, right, Tim? That's right. You know, if you all feeble and kind of wishy washy and your voice is all sound like you're about to cry, people ain't gonna fucking listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you look them dead in the eye and tell them exactly how you feel, they might not agree with you, but they heard you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, much love, Bad Conduct. Big salute, man. You take care of them kids out there, brother.
Be safe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And one more question for you, my guy.
Of course.
What's the one venue that you've always wanted to play?
You know what?
Like the dream venue.
For most people, they might think this is crazy. For some people, they might think it's like very nostalgic. For me, one of my dreams is to play this venue in my hometown in Newport News. It's called the Hampton Coliseum.
That's a big venue.
It's a big venue, and it's like it's literally like I used to drive by it.
Oh.
Yeah. all the
You're
time.
like, I'll be there one day.
Big
Just looking
time.
at it.
I mean, honestly, I never thought that originally.
Okay.
That's probably one of my biggest like if that happens, everything else is just
You sell out your hometown, dude. That's huge.
everything else is just a cherry on top. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
Would just be so special to me.
But it
And
ain't
there's-
one of them maraschino cherries because he won't eat that motherfucker.
Yeah, facts. But it's just one of those things. I never there's certain songs I won't perform unless I can perform it at home,
Oh, okay.
out of my catalog. So yeah, I think that would be real special.
What would be the opening song for that video?
What a question! I don't even know. I would have to.
Or closing song.
Closing song. What a great question. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Opening song, I would probably open with I'm trying to go through my catalog right now, like in my brain. Damn, that's a really good question, bro. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like um maybe pressure.
Ooh,
Maybe
okay.
I'll open with pressure. I feel like that's just like so fitting and it's just like such a
Pressure make diamonds. Yeah, baby. Come on.
I feel like it's just one of those ones that just like it just means so much. Like that song just means so much.
Hell yeah.
And then to close it out, I would probably close it out with it would be really
Do you think you would write a special song for that occasion just to close out that one venue? That might
even
be an option.
even better question. I think that would be cool. What if it happens? That would be phenomenal, Michael. Like I believe it can happen, but it just be crazy. Number one. Um I think I think I would be down for that. One of my dreams is to have a song with a whole bunch of artists from Virginia on it.
Oh
Like
hell
like a song where like maybe Timbaland or Pharrell produced the beat because they're from Virginia. Get Missy Elliott on it, Chris Brown, like the Clips, you know, Mad Skills, like just all these Virginia legends.
yeah. Hell yeah.
There's so much for music, and yeah, I think that would be hella cool. But
You just bring them all on stage for the last song. That'd be so fire. You
yeah,
just have all the VA legends, bro, with a song that you wrote specifically for this ending. That would be fucking pretty incredible.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that would be phenomenal. But to close it out, maybe I would close it out with the song that I feel like is sort of like it's slowly changing my life, like to this day. And it definitely changed my life in the last couple of years. Don't stop, my song "Don't Stop." It just like I don't know what it is, bro. Like it's just something about that
Great
song.
motivational song too.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, man.
and that's the
That's
first beat I got from Kodo, like ever.
oh for real.
Yeah,
You was saving that for a special occasion.
honestly, how that happened was I was shooting a video for a different song,
Mm.
and I was trying to write like a song a day for 3 months. That was like my plan. I got to like 35 days, but I didn't get to 90, but I got to like 35. And like as I'm
That's
like
almost half.
trying,
I was
yeah,
trying to find a silver lining, my guy.
that's good perspective. That's good perspective. But as I'm writing, I'm realizing like I don't need to write new songs every day. I need to like work on like my freestyling skills. So I would just on little beats and just rap,
Nice.
not know what the beat sounded like, and I would just rap. And day four, that "Don't Stop" beat was in there. And I remember I heard it and I was like, this is sort of hard. And I was like recording a video at a studio off the Mosaic project. Like we were shooting a music video that day. And it was day four when I was supposed to write a song. And my engineer Sam was like, "Yo, you write your song today?" And I was like, "Nah." He was like, "You're sitting around while the other artists are shooting." He was like, "Let's go."
Uh huh. Motivation right there.
And then like I don't know, man. Like the first thing that came to my mind was fuck what all these niggas say. I'm on my way. And then it just sort of just like went like that. And that's how I wrote that song. Just
Hell
like that.
yeah.
And then I held on to it for like 2 years before I put it out. But yeah. And then, it took off. It took off for me.
Yo, Kahuna, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Big salute. And that's a great question.
What do you hope to accomplish by the end of 2025? And what calculated risk would you be willing to take to get you out there? So I feel like great question, number one. I feel like I take a calculated risk every day, honestly, with music, because putting your music out there is a risk. Because like for so long, it can fall on deaf ears until it doesn't. Right. One of the biggest things that somebody said to me that always stuck was like artists complain about nobody believing in them in the beginning, but they're not supposed to. It's your job to make them believe in you.
Bars.
And like when I heard that, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
It does. It makes complete sense.
Like that makes sense. So it's like, okay, it's my job to make sure like you believe like I am who I say I am. Like I am gonna be what I say I'm gonna be. So I think that's the calculated risk that happens every day. Goals for 2025. I just want to be one of my biggest problems right now. I wouldn't even say it's a problem because I know the solution to it. One of my areas of weakness is consistently marketing myself for an entire year. I haven't been able to accomplish that yet. I've been able to accomplish it for 6 months, and I see what it's done for me. I've
Right.
been able to do it for 9 months and see what it's done for me. 3 months, see what it's done for me. And putting out consistent content for an entire year. If I could do that, I know I would like take another level up, take another step up because I know the right things that need to happen for me to do that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it work.
And once you get a team around you, creating content for a year, you know, is going to be easy as pie. Because you could record 2, 3 months worth of video in a weekend and slowly drip it out. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then have somebody on your socials just posting them every once in a while you have to take care of other things. You know.
Well, it's crazy. It's like I probably have right now, like 15 pieces of content
Yeah.
for like 2 new songs right now
That's what
that
I'm
I'm
talking
ready
about.
for. You know what I mean? It's like I need more.
Right.
Captain said also any international venues you would like to perform at. I think you, Mose, and the crew should take a trip to Philippines. Hip hop's one right there, believe it or not. So like I'm always willing to go to different countries and to perform. I just feel like the biggest thing that has to happen with those type of things is like if that's happening, I gotta be, and this is just me being honest, right? I feel like a lot of artists aren't honest with themselves and they think they're a lot bigger than they actually are, right? Is that like if I'm going overseas to perform, the demand has to be there where like something's getting accommodated for me, whether that's a flight, whether that's where I'm staying, type of deal. And I have to have the demand for that. Like
Yeah.
just because I have the streaming numbers does not equate to butts in seats. You
Right.
know,
Because you want to be able first to check your Spotify and other shit. Where are people listening from?
right.
You
Well, I
know.
mean, I do that, and like I mean, like
Yeah. He said doo
even
doo.
exactly, I do that. Even if I like have people here who in this area, like I can pull 75 to 100 people to a show myself here.
Right.
But that doesn't reflect what my streaming numbers look like here. You know what I mean? Like my streaming numbers may be, you know, uh 4x that
Yeah.
here, but that doesn't mean that 4x of those people are going to show up, and a venue needs to see that. They need to
Yeah.
see that. They need to know that before I make something like that happen. So overseas travel really comes into play, in my opinion, in my experience, from people I know when you get a booking agent, which I do have something lined up for that, but we're trying to corner the West Coast region first, and then move Midwest, and
Yeah.
then move East Coast. And then once we get those, then maybe hop on an opening bill for somebody overseas, which almost happened for me a couple years ago. I almost toured with Skilo
Ooh.
a couple years ago. I was supposed to go on a 3 month tour with him, but he
Wow.
canceled.
Oh
Like
shit.
we're going on a 3 month tour,
It was the whole shutdown
nationwide,
thing, huh?
nationwide tour sponsored by iHeartRadio. It was going to go to 30, all the states in the U.S. It was going to go to Europe, and then it was going to go to Japan.
Wow.
And I was going to get paid $500 a night or $1,000 a night.
Wow.
And
That's
then
crazy money.
he just decided not to do it. So it didn't happen. So,
Well, that's okay because the next opportunity will come along and it will happen. And when it happens, it's supposed to happen. Maybe it
yeah,
wasn't supposed to happen, and that's okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I'm not, like, even for me to have the even for me to be a thought for that to happen says I'm moving in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Like it says
Exactly.
I'm doing the right thing. And yeah, Kahuna, like I think that doing collabs, doing the right collabs with the right artists, in my opinion, who have the same thought process as you, same work ethic as you, all in all, it helps everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's why I don't mind doing that with different people.
Hell yeah. Well, E, I know you busy. I know you got to go get set up for Sari's show, man.
Yeah,
And shout
I have
out
my
to Sari Savvy
shirt
too.
here. It's a shirt.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Sari, man. I hope he has a great show tonight. I hope you guys have fun tonight. You got anybody you want to shout out before we wrap it up?
Yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to the whole SJR crew for just giving me an opportunity to be here to chat as always. Um, yeah, man. Shout out to my guy Sari Savvy. He got a show tonight. We'll go help him run his merch table, show him some love. He sold out his first ever show in his hometown.
Oh man, that's good news. I love hearing that, bro.
It's beautiful, man. Like it's
Hell
beautiful.
yeah.
Um, Shout out to my family, as always, for just giving me the opportunity to continually go do what I love, because like a lot of people don't have the support that I have, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so like I'm grateful for that. I would also say like thank you to everybody who just streams my music, just cares, gives me the opportunity to keep putting it out there. This documentary for the On and Otis project is we'll probably put that out in like a week. If you want, you can join my community. It's on this website called Group That's Free, where you can like literally sign up for free. I'm building this out because I want people to know like I want people to have more access to like me. And a lot of the things I want to put on there, I want to put on there before it goes to YouTube and all these other places because we can't really control what people see and like, how many people get to see it. But in my own space, I can control who gets to see what.
Yeah.
So that documentary, like it was 10 months in the works. We got it done. It looks phenomenal. So I'll be dropping that in there and, shout out to Ricky for doing that. And yeah, if you want to join it, you can. It's free. If not, it's cool. No problem. It'll be up on you.
Yeah, make sure you guys take advantage of the link in the description. That's to his link tree. You'll be able to find all that information and more in there. I also want to thank you, E, for your time, man, and just another great conversation, brother. Just always a great time hanging out with you, man.
Yeah, anytime, man. Anytime. I'm down for this anytime. But and y'all keep showing this man the love that he deserves, man. He's a hard working dude, bro. Deserves it all.
You know how we do, baby. And I gotta at some point get you back on for this latest album review. That
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
on
tell me-
Notice album
tell me-
review. I think that'd be dope to run through that as well. So
Yeah.
I'll hit you up and we'll set up a date for that.
Yeah, hit me.
Hell yeah. SGR crew, you know how we do. We're going to be back on Wednesday with Sabo's album review. Boy, that was a fucking rhyme scheme right there. I did it. I'm a rapper now.
There you is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Madison Square Garden, here I come, bitch. After that, it will be This Week in Hip Hop on Friday. So I hope everybody has a great week. If I don't see you on Wednesday, have a blessed week. And everybody stay safe out there. Tell somebody you love them. I love you guys, for real, man. I love every single one of you. Love you, E. You my brother. And I hope everybody takes care of themselves and their family. I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Peace.